Hey everybody, David Anderson here. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Dave and I am a Canadian. I own property in Canada and the US. And this channel is all about what I'm doing and where I'm going and things that are important to me and my wife and family. So today I just wanted to talk a little bit about Mexican residency and what is your plan B. So if you've been following the channel, you know that I'm going to Panama in a couple of days. Today is May the 8th, so we're leaving on May the 10th to go to Panama. Check out what Panama is all about for a week, and then I've got a property booked for 6 months starting November 1st until April 30th. So that's an investigation. We're going to go down and have a look and see what's all available down in Panama. But the other part of this process is we want a plan B, a different residency, and we found that Mexico may be a really great opportunity for us. So what I'd like to do is just show you how to see if you qualify for Mexican residency. So I'm just going to share my screen and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Let's see here, get that one on there and share that. All right, so this is the temporary residence visa for Ontario, Canada. And the way I got there, I just went in and Googled Mexican Consulate, Ontario, Canada, and you can see different options show up. And you can see there's Toronto, Canada, that type of thing. But I know that there is a Mexican consulate very close to where I live in Leamington, Ontario. So I'm just going to pull that one up. And the way that this works is you go to their website, and this is the website here, and it is about the temporary resident visa application process. If I go back to here, you'll see if I pull it up on the website, this is all in Spanish, but if you do translate, it will translate it to English. And you want to go to this tab here, visas for foreigners. So in visas for foreigners, every site is different depending on where you go. So if you go to Toronto site, or if you go to Leamington site, or if you go to Arizona site or Florida site, they're all different. So let's see what happens if I hit visas. You'll see all the different types of visas here. And we would be interested in a temporary resident visa. There are all kinds of different ones, and this will sort of show you what you need in order to qualify for a temporary resident visa. One thing that's really important is this phone number, and I'll show you why, but that's how you book your appointment. And I'll do that in a separate video. But in this video, I just want to show you what it looks like and what the sort of different criteria you need. So this is what's called economic solvency. And economic solvency basically means that you want to be able to show that you can afford to live in Mexico. And in the Leamington office, this is the criteria here. So it says that you need an original and a photocopy of investments or bank statements with the institution stamp and or signature, showing an average monthly balance of $102,891 during the past 12 months, or an original and photocopy of documents showing that the applicant has employment or a pension with a monthly tax-free income of over 6,173 Canadian dollars during the past 6 months. So 6 months or 12 months, this is investments and this is salary. So the other thing that's important is if you are doing this with a spouse, that is per person. You can't just use this for both people. You would have to double that. So it would be 12,200 or whatever that is. And those are what you need to show in order to get Mexican residency using the economic solvency method. You'll see that it's different though, depending on which consulate you visit. So I'll give you an example. Here is a consulate, and this is for the United States of America. And let's see if I pull up the temporary residence, you'll see here that they need bank statements with a deposit of $2,145.89 from a pension, or a balance of $35,765 per month. So this one is in Dallas, Texas. So if you were to apply for Mexican residency as a US citizen and you go to the Dallas office, you would need to show $35,765 US dollars per month over 12 months, or bank statements with a deposit of $2145.89 US dollars per month for a job or pension. And if we look at another place, let's go here. This one is for Phoenix, Arizona. And if I go to Phoenix, Arizona, and I pull up the criteria, let's see if this is Phoenix here. No, this is Orlando. Sorry, let's do Orlando first. If I go to Orlando and I pull up permanent resident visa, or sorry, temporary resident visa, you'll see their criteria are that you need $73,215 for the previous 12 months, or where is there $4,393. So you need almost twice the money to be in this area compared to Dallas. So if you're in Arizona, it's going to cost you more, or you're going to have to prove more income. Let's go back to here and back to here. So this one is for Phoenix. And let's see, where is Phoenix here? I have to go back one. Visas for foreigners, and go all USA citizens, tourism, types of visas. All right, we go down here to temporary resident, and you'll see this one. If I can make this a little bigger, maybe, whoops. You need to show $84,327,000 or $1,687 over 6 months. So depending on which consulate you go to, they have different criteria. So if we stick to the Ontario one, basically what we're looking at is, open that up there. No, it's not the one. There it is here. Let's go into 102,891 Canadian dollars over the last 12 months, or 6,000 per month income in the next 6 months. So those are the criteria you need in order to do economic solvency to get your temporary resident visa. And what you would be doing is you would put all this information together as they state in their documentation here, put it all together, and then you book an appointment. And booking appointment is done through a WhatsApp. So what you would do is use this WhatsApp number to book an appointment. So that'll be video number 2. I just wanted to sort of show you that depending on where you go and what consulate you use, it will, criteria is different. So if you're looking for Mexican residency, have a look around and see the different consulate criteria, because it may be completely different from Toronto to Leamington, or from Arizona to Florida, or Dallas, or whatever it might be, depending on if you're a US or Canadian citizen. So I hope that helps.